I went to school in Europe. I did computer science at a university there. I didn't graduate. I was going for a master's degree, but I didn't graduate. And then I moved moved to Canada, and I went into IT for the last maybe 10 years or something. So I work as a network administrator. So I did a little bit of both computer science in school and then information technology in my professional life. Most of the colleagues currently in my work, I train students, well, basically new hires, right? And most of them are students coming right out of school, and they usually have questions about the differences between the two. Computer sciences or IT. Anybody here interested in computers? Anybody likes computers? Nice, good. All right, so I got an interested audience, so that's awesome. Yeah, if you like computers, those two fields are mostly, there are universities, let me start. There are university and colleges that actually gives a little bit of both. Some institutions are more specialized in computer science, and others are more specialized in information technology. So I'll just talk about the difference between the two. First of all, just the definitions. Computer science deals with the theoretical foundations of information and computation. So there's a lot of theory behind when you take a computer science program. So you're not going to be making games in the first one and designing stuff and playing and playing with all the toys. You're going to be studying a lot of the history of the foundations and getting all those the basics of why computer science, why computers to begin with. So it's a little bit heavy, but it's something to consider if you want to go into thinking about computer science. Information technology, it deals with the application of what you learn of computer science, basically. Most programs, most information technology programs are split into different sections. So you have certificate, you can get a certificate in IT. That will be like a typical 9 months, 1 year program. You can get a diploma if you want, so you go for 2 years. Or you can get a degree, bachelor degree, which is a 4-year program. And you can actually even go to a master's degree, etc. It's really, it's nicely scaled. That's what I like about IT. Whereas computer science, you'd want to go for, you have to basically invest at least 4 years, get at least a bachelor degree in computer science if you want to be able to learn something that you can use out there in the workforce. Diploma programs for computer science, that I've never seen any. I did some research in my online, but you always have these online colleges, online schools like, hey, computer science program. So stay a little bit away from that. If you want to do computer science, you have to really invest at least 4 years. So the institutions, I kind of talked about a little bit in Alberta. Computer science programs, U of A is the best institution for it. I think Grant McEwen has some computer science programs there. University of Calgary, obviously, they have a good program also. But overall, in terms of the quality of graduates, the amount of money that the computer science program or faculty gets, etc., and also the partnership that institutions have with the business world, U of A is the best. So if you want to do computer science, start browsing U of A website and see what they want from you and what you need to, what are the requirements you need to meet. They have two main programs there. You can get a Bachelor of Science in Computing Science, 4 years program, approximately 5,000 a year, so that's 2 semesters. Or you can get a Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Engineering. Difference between the two: computer science is software, a lot of the software and the logic, whereas computer engineering is a lot of hardware. So you deal with a lot of electronics. Too much. You study a lot of electronics, and most of these little parts that I'm using up here. Right? So computer engineering, a lot of electricity, and it also has a lot of courses in there that can help you branch out if you like electronics in general, not just computers, but if you like electronics in general. Having a computer engineering degree will help you then get some courses in electromechanic or some other mechanical programs. You can branch out easily, whereas computer science, you're really stuck with the software. Information technology, as I said earlier, there are different scales. If you take an information technology program, best institution in Alberta is NAIT. I know that they are not to bash other institutions. Obviously, you know, CDI, Norquest, there's a lot of schools out there that also offers some of the programs that NAIT offers. But overall, the best one would be NAIT. So if you want to do IT, you want to start a little by taking a year diploma, a year certificate or a 2 years program in anything related to computers. Go to NAIT, and then you can take one of those three programs they have there. Network engineering technology that they call NET, digital media and IT, and that's what they call DMIT at NAIT there, or CET, which is computer engineering technology. The company I work for, Next Digital, every year we try and recruit new staff from NAIT directly, and those are the three programs that we focus on. If you go to the NAIT website, they actually you can get easily confused because they have, beside those three, they have, I think, a lot other programs, two-year diploma, that mix computer, information technology, and business. Right? So you have a little bit of both. Or if you're on a strict stick, if your main interest is technology, those three will give you the best education for sure. So if you look at the average per year, really, for a two-year diploma at NAIT, and an equivalent two-year, degree at a U of A, the cost per year is there isn't a big difference. I know people tend to, well, not people, not everybody. I mean, U of A is a big institution. There's a lot of history behind it. It's been there for, I don't know how many years, how old it is. Yeah, I think NAIT just celebrated 50 years not long ago, I believe, right? Whereas the U of A is probably double. Sorry? 102. 102, exactly, right, so I wasn't too far. Probably double. So, yeah, U of A has a big name. Absolutely, if you have a U of A degree, a bachelor degree or a master's degree, etc., yes, you stand out a little bit in the crowd, but you'll be surprised how much NAIT, how much a NAIT, even diploma, simple diploma, or a degree, because they do have some bachelor degree at NAIT as well. How much of their diplomas or degree carry, how much weight it carries. I interviewed students every year while we're doing our recruiting, drive, and I tell you straight, I remember interviewing a computer science grad from U of A, and then right after that I interviewed I think it was a network engineering technology student diploma, and the guy from NAIT with his 2 years program, he had much knowledge that could be put to use faster, quicker. Basically, he would be more productive than the computer science guy from U of A. Now, I'm not saying that computer science program is not great, but it depends on really where you go to apply for a job, if you see what I'm saying. If you're applying, so where I work, we're a consulting company, and we have just technologists. We don't have engineers, for example. We don't have anyone with masters and PhD degrees, working for us. We want technologists, people who can go out in the world and then fix broken computers and systems, etc., and especially in enterprises. So a company like us, we want a lot of the guys from NAIT, for example, more as opposed to either a company like a bank, right, or a company that produces their own software, or a big company like IBM, for example, or TELUS, they probably hire their preferred student coming from you. If you're interested in pursuing a technology-related or a science degree, especially if you're still in school or not at school, maybe you're in a certain career and you like to switch back to an IT degree, or you know, switch back to technology or a computer career, start learning now. Science and technology, it's a vast field of study where everything constantly evolving at a very rapid pace. It's one of the programs where you learn forever. So what you know today, 3 years from now, could be completely obsolete. Could mean nothing. So you have to start learning now, so that a year or 2 years from now, when you decided to finally go in the school, start, go into the programs, you're up to date. You're up to date with technology. You're up to date with the terms and what's current. Now, a couple of websites where you can start getting some of that education for $0, completely free. World-class education, really. I'll put a website here. I can share them later on. There's one called CARY.org. Teaches anybody from, I think, if they can talk and they can write, so let's say 4 years old. From a 4-year-old kid to a 77-year-old man, it can teach you how to code, how to start programming, how to learn programming. There's really all different levels. You can go on Coursera.org and start taking some of the courses that you will see in a computer science program offered either university or NATE. MIT, a very renowned institution. They have a lot of their courses free online. The Khan Academy, anybody knows the Khan Academy? Yeah? Khan Academy, great resources to start learning some of the courses or some of the subject that you would like to pursue in a post-secondary education.
Thank you so much, Alain. I'm very fortunate to have people who step up and come and offer this kind of information to us for free. And